More and more Americans are moving away from large cities for life in smaller towns and suburbs as they take advantage of low interest rates and the opportunity to work remotely due to the pandemic. Many residents of New York City in particular have chosen to purchase homes in neighboring suburbs in New Jersey, Connecticut and upstate New York. Julia Sun has more on this trend and some of the businesses profiting from it.
After 15 years of fast-paced New York City life, Katie Tansey was ready to make a change. Now that she and her husband are raising a 2-year-old, they need a little more space in a quieter neighborhood.
Where we lived, it was really busy and there was hopping at our bars and it was really just fun. That now became something that was a bit of a challenge.
But figuring out which of the city's dozens of suburbs to move to wasn't easy.
It's really hard to sort of pinpoint like what you want and what your needs are going to be.
They turned to Suburban Jungle. The real estate tech platform pairs urban dwellers with strategists to help identify the best towns for their specific needs. It then matches them with local real estate agents. The service is free of charge for home buyers. The company makes money by getting a percentage of the agent's commission from a sale.
It's definitely been a great year, really fascinating with respect to seeing what's been going on in the real estate world. And a lot of it has to do not just with the pandemic, but how we're going to be living and working going forward.
The COVID-19 pandemic generated a flood of movement away from large cities, as many Americans chose to relocate to quieter pastures. New York City and San Francisco led the nationwide exodus from high to lower density zip codes, according to a report by federal mortgage giant Fannie Mae.
U.S. home sales hit a record in 2020 at almost 6.5 million units, the highest level since 2006. Real estate agent Heather Boza represents properties in Westchester County, north of New York City. For her, it's been a record-breaking 18 months. She says she's seen double to triple the number of people leaving urban areas for the suburbs during the pandemic, and price hikes of up to 10 to 15%.
The demand is still there, it's quite high. So I do think but they're definitely being more particular and taking their time. There's a lot of buyer burnout. So I think there's this reset to a certain extent. And I think we're kind of hit the maximum price point levels, and we're all waiting for inventory to kind of pop on.
After touring a few towns in New Jersey and upstate New York, Katie and her family purchased this 4-bedroom home in August in the town of Sleepy Hollow. It's a short walk from the train station and an easy 45-minute commute into the city for her musician husband.
There are kids everywhere. There are basketball hoops in the street, and any night you can take a walk and meet tons of people, and they're all super friendly. I do feel like I sort of hit the lottery with this neighborhood and this house.
Real estate brokerage Redfin estimates that this year, the number of Americans moving across county lines will surpass 14.5 million. That's up 25% from 2018. But the urban to suburban flow could begin to slow in the new year. Mortgage rates have started to rise after hitting 50-year lows earlier this year, and some Federal Reserve bankers have hinted at hiking interest rates before the end of 2022. Katie and her family may have escaped the urban jungle just in time. Julia Sun, TRT World, New York.